May we all rise to welcome the guest of honor, please. Pigia makofi kumkaribisha. The guest of honor, allow us now to sit down. May we all sit down, please. We have guest of honor, European Union Ambassador,
Dr. Ashura Katunzi, Director General Tanzania Bureau Standards.
Mr. Baraka Environment, the Office.
UNIDO management and staff.
Tbs. Tbs. My name is Dr. Ruben Ndimbo, and I have been blessed to be the moderator of this event. Dear guest of honor, I have also the privilege to introduce some of the officials and the members of the floor that we have. With a great honor, I would start at least appreciating the presence of the Ambassador Christine Grau, European Ambassador to Tanzania. Ladies and gentlemen, tumpigie makofi. Thank you so much. We also appreciate the presence of Professor Othman, Chairman of Tbs Board of Directors. Thank you. Again, we also appreciate the presence of Dr. Ashura Katunzi, Director General of Tbs. Okay. Again, we also have Mr. Baraka Aligaesha, Director of Business, Environment, President's Office, Planning and Investment. Thank you so much. And together with us, we also have Lorenz Ansunat, UNIDO Resident Coordinator. Together with us, we also have Ridwan Matar, Director of Testing and Metrology from here, from Tbs. Again, dear guest of honor, we also have Tbs staff members. Can you have? Yes. Thank you very much for your participation. We also have the delegates from Ministry of Trade. Thank you very much. Together with us, we have others from President's Office Planning and Investment. Thank you. We also expected, and then of course we have here the European Union delegates. Thank you so much. Dear Mr. Founder, now allow me to welcome Madam Lorenz Absolute, who is the UNIDO President Coordinator, who will give us the keynote overview of UNIDO's role and partnership. Karibu sana.
Director of Trade from the Ministry of Industry and Trade. I want to salute the Ministry and the Presidency Office and the Investment, Ambassador of the EU, Chair of the Board of TBS, Director CEO of TBS, all colleagues, all members of TBS, people from the press, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very, very great pleasure to be here today. In the name of the UNIDO Director General, I'm very, very pleased to be here because this is a symbolic event and this is the end of a journey. Quite a long journey which was full of surprise all the way. And no, UNIDO was very, very happy to have the confidence of the EU, the confidence of the Tanzanian government, of TBS, to be able to jointly support the TBS and implement the Qualitan project, which is part of the big program. This Qualitan project focused on strengthening Tanzania quality infrastructure in order to support SMEs and medium enterprise to access market, meet quality standard, and improve product competitivity. The main partner, of course, is TBS, Tanzania Growth Standard. But let me also acknowledge the contribution to other partners like SIDO, Small Industrial Development Organization, the Tanzanian Chamber of Commerce, the Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, the Tanzanian Women Chamber of Commerce, who support SMEs and especially women-led business. And all these partners have contributed to build the quality compliance capacity and participate in the numerous training that this program entailed. One of the key achievements of Qualitan is really, we have seen today, is to modernize the laboratory. We have delivered equipment, installed them, trained. There is more than 38 types of advanced laboratory equipment. They are now operational. They are in chemistry, food chemistry, microbiology, metrology, electrical testing laboratory, and I really believe it is now going to really strengthen the TBS and the capacity to test. It has also increased the rapidity of tests, it has improved accuracy, it also expands the capacity to have international accreditation. It's also expand the wide range of products that can be tested and certified. It offers calibration and verification services that were previously outsourced or unavailable. So with this, I really hope we have increased the scope, increased the quality and the rapidity of all the services of TBS. There is also an aspect which came late and which was very much expected and which is now very successful. This is the digital transformation of TBS. This is the beginning. There is more to come. There is more that is expected, but so far the laboratory information management system, the LIMS, has been now streamlined in the lab workflow, which improves the data traceability, to reduce testing turnaround time. There is also QR code-based traceability system which is in place that enhances, of course, transparency for all consumers. And the new Tbs web stores that allow companies to access directly all the services they can track, like application, review, and by national and international standard. I also believe that this IT tools improve client experience and build trust in the public service of TBS. And in terms of human capacity, because we don't want to forget, there is 300 staff of TBS who were trained through certified international program, hands-on technical session and study tour. So the training, of course, touched the modern lab testing technique, the calibration, the methodology, the quality management system, the use and the maintenance of all the equipment, and I also believe that now they are ready to run. But in addition to this, business plan were developed for 9 laboratories. So the expansion in the country is prepared. We paved the way for the follow-up. And in addition to this was concentrated on the public services of TBS, but in addition to this, we are touching about 1,000 small and medium companies. Thanks to UNIDO and TBS, we improved the basic quality standard understanding of the SME, but also their procedure of certification. They were trained on it, and they were also trained on what they should do, all the requirements that TBS set for them to be certified. What was an innovative path is that it was training of trainers, but the training was done by TBS and UNIDO together, so they would tailor-make the training to the SME in Tanzania. So we really believe that with the training model, trained trainers, we have touched 1,000 companies, but then it can be multiplied and roll over. So with all this, this was a long journey, and it was full of surprise, but full of success and full of smile all over, all the time. So I think today, in conclusion, I just want to really thank the EU for the confidence they give to UNIDO. I want to thank TBS and the partners for their commitment along this journey. And I can reaffirm that UNIDO is committed to continue to support Tanzania industrial growth, public services delivery, and SME competitiveness. Thank you very much. Asante sana.
Another round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Dear guests of honor, somebody say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, we go together. So the combination of UNIDO, Qualitan, the European Union and Tanzania, that will really take us far. And if I quote what you have just said, this is just the beginning. Did you hear that? Yeah. Can you clap hands for that? Thank you very much. Ms. Juan, allow me now to bring on the stage Baraka Aisha, Director of Business Environment, President is Office of Planning and Investment, to give us some remarks.
Hello, good afternoon. Jamhuri ya Muungano. I feel confident to see the audience here is so comfortable. But let me take this moment, your Honorable Guest of Honor, Director of Ministry of Trade Development, Minister of Business and Trade, Senfe Manon, Professor Professor Othman, the chairperson of Tbs board, the Ambassador Christina Graham of the European Union delegation, UNIDO resident representative Florence Asman, the Tbs management and staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I take this moment, let me begin by conveying warm greeting from our Permanent Secretary, President of Office, Planning and Investment, Dr. Tauskida, who was supposed to be with you today, unfortunately could not make it because of us and responsibility. But the message, she extends heartfelt thanks for the European Union for its strategic partnership in the beginning project, and all partners together here today to celebrate this milestone of transformation and the promise of the progress. This message I'm reading is not for Baraka, it's for the representative. Today's event carried a special moment. Personally, I have worked in this organization under the Ministry of Industry and Trade. I can say it's a transformation moment that has evolved, the institution grows, evolves, and now made to be a force in international standardization and market. And to give the comfort of our guest today, the Tbs is not only the national custodian of standards, it holds international obligations, contracts, and trust, and that it has to meet in its daily operation. The European Union, your support is safeguard the interests of customers within our country and out of our country, but it helps us to meet the global best practice. The President's Office, as we understand, it has planning and investment has 4 core functions. Number 1 is national planning, private sector investment. Number 3, public investment. And number 4, business environment. The part of the private sector investment and business environment, that's where the beginning program lies. And that's where we're working together with the European Union, Tbs, and the other private sector stakeholders. The equipment you are handing over today will significantly strengthen the ability, again, Tbs to meet the international obligation, including accreditation, certification, testing. Will enhance consumer protection, boosts export, elevate Tanzania's position in a global trading system, that where women and youth, they are part of the trade system of this global system. As we move to our 2050 visions, our country aspires to be industrialized, high-income economy. To achieve this, the target of our 20 vision, we expect 50% from the private sector. And if we expect the 50% from the private sector, we expect the Tbs to support our private sector in manufacturing industry. Our guest of honor, we want to commend this strategic partnership to continue to evolve, to help us, to support us, carry our vision. We appreciate this strategic partnership for Tbs, but also for MIT and Airport, for TIC and IPZ. We are working with the UNIDOs, but we have experienced the capacity building of human resources. That's the most important part of the institutional capacity building. Our director of Tbs, we hope this support will contribute to the transformation of the human resources you're having and the other yet to recruit, and this partnership will forge ahead will support this organization to contribute significantly to our 2050 vision and other long-term plan. Ladies and gentlemen, before we wind up, when it's a celebration, it's also a moment to recognize those who have contributed to the implementation of this project. The President's Office, the Ministry of Industry and Trade, and the Tbs and UNIDO, they have been a particular partner into this. But we have few officers from all partners who have been dedicated to work into this. I wish, if our guest of honor, you support it, we mention them that we can clap for them. Valence, Makene, Seje, and Momeso, the audience wish to see you. You are the part of the people who made this project to happen. We are taking the lead, and that's where you're made us to celebrate today. You can stand if you wish. We take this moment again, guest of honor, to say thank you to the Tbs management, staff, European Union, the UNIDO, for their commitment to ensure what we planned, we have achieved, and we continue to set the standard of delivery into our country so that we fought forward together to meet the global standard. The President's Office remains committed, supporting the reform and partnership that strengthen the Tanzanian economy and enable the private sector to thrive. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Baraka. Can you comments again for him? They say the standard of today may not necessarily be the standard one tomorrow. Yeah? But with the equipment we have gone through and see that Tbs has really been standardized. Can you clap hands for that again? So expect we use lesser time than what they used before, but again the quality has actually been in the unexpected measurements that we saw before. Dear guests of honor, allow me now to welcome our dearest Mama, Dr. Ashura Tunzi, Director General from TBS, who will now come here and give us the overview of the Qualitan project implementation. Begin our coffee on the Arisa.
The guest of honor, I'm truly privileged and humbled to stand here before you and the EU delegation headed by the Honorable Ambassador of EU. Is not very often when you get the opportunity to stand in this podium. So I'm truly humbled and privileged to stand before you here today. The guest of honor, Mr. Sempeho Nyali, Director of Trade Development from the Ministry of Industry and Trade, who is here today on behalf of our Minister of Industry and Trade. The Ambassador Christine Grau, European Union Ambassador to Tanzania, our Chairman of the Board of Directors, Professor Othman Chande Othman, my dear brother, Mr. Baraka Aligaish, Director of Business Environment from the President Office Planning and Investment, Madam Lawrence Asempment, the UNIDO Resident Coordinator, Tbs Management and Staff, the European Union Delegation and Representatives, all the UNIDO officials, the TWCC representatives. I've seen our colleague from CIDO, invited guests, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, habari ya mchana. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Indeed, I'm really happy to stand before you here today, and with a great pride and deep appreciation that I warmly welcome you all to Tanzania Bureau of Standards for this important equipment handing over ceremony under the Qualitan project. This occasion indeed has been a moment of reflection, celebration, and recommitment. As you have, our MC have really said, indeed we have been standardized. We have been more standardized today. We are really happy, and we are gathered here to witness the fruits of our partnership grounded in a shared vision, a vision of strengthening Tanzania national quality infrastructure for the betterment of our industries, consumers, national economy, and the whole community of which we are serving. Honorable Guest of Honor, the Qualitan project implemented by UNIDO, which has been funded by European Union under the Begin program, has brought direct and meaningful transformation to TBS and the wider quality environment in Tanzania. I'm sure you have witnessed that when you are doing the tour in our laboratories. Together with a total of investment of 7 million euro, this project has not only supported the procurement of the equipment, but also focused on institutional capacity building, digital innovation, and SME support in alignment with the national development goals. And today, Tanzania Women Chamber of Commerce has been represented by Madam Wajuma. I'm sure she has seen a lot which has been, with which we have been getting grants from the UNIDO through the European Union. The Honorable Guest of Honor, allow me to highlight 7 aspects in which the project plays a vital role and its key achievement. The first one is the modern laboratory equipment procurement, of which we have witnessed some of the equipment of which we have been procured through the UNIDO project. TBS has successfully procured and installed advanced laboratory equipment in food chemistry laboratory, of which we have been able to see some of the equipments, microbiology, the chemistry laboratory, electrical, and metrology, but you have only witnessed the 3 laboratories for today. This has been significantly improved, and the Bureau's capacity in testing, inspection, calibration, certification, of which will enhance the compliance with both regional, international, and quality standards. Second milestone is the capacity building for medium and small medium enterprises, known as MSMEs. A total of 988 MSMEs from 10 regions in Tanzania have been trained from Dar es Salaam, Mwanza, Kigoma, Tanga, Kilimanjaro, Geita, Shinyanga, Kagera, Singida, and Ruvuma. We are trained in good manufacturing practices, good certification, market access, and TBS mark application process, with the emphasis so that they can comply with the requirements, so that their products can be of good quality and safety and can be competitive in our market. These MSMEs are important subsectors of which they were trained in the subsectors of honey, spices, maize products, edible oil, rice, and sardines. You can see they are all food categories, and you witness all the testing facilities. They can test the pesticide residues, the drug residues, and even the microbiology, their quality and safety parameters. This support is vital in enhancing quality, safety, and market competitiveness for our local entrepreneurs. Through this milestone, they have developed a training on principles of food processing standards and quality marketing for MSMEs, of which I was privileged to be the guest of honor during the inauguration of those documents. For sure, this document they will live and they will continue to prosper and help our SMEs to continue complying and knowing what are the good manufacturing practices of which they will be needed to adhere to. The third milestone of which is pivotal to mention is staff professional development. Over 70 laboratory staff from TBS we are trained in implementing the ISO EIC 17025, of which is the international standard showing the competence of our laboratory facilities and the competence of our labs, the competence of our analysts, of which out of that 25 internal auditors we are trained from the 70 laboratory staff, and 25 inspectors we are also trained in ISO EIC 17020. Apart from having this instrument, we need to demonstrate the competence in doing the work of which we are being mandated to do. And I'd like to share the information that even in the ISO 17020, the inspection standards, we've been able to get trained, and we have applied for accreditation, and we are almost finishing the first phase of the audit, and we are anticipating to get accredited at international level compliance to ISO 17020. So this is upcoming outcome of the training which we have received through UNIDO program. But also 18 inspectors will receive training in quality manuals and checklists, 16 laboratory staff trained in ISO 17043, of which we are anticipating once in the near future to get accredited to this standard, we can produce our own proficiency testing samples and even the reference materials. But also 24 inspectors received training of trainers known as TOT on inspection techniques, and 15 staffs were trained on ISO 17020 as lead assessor on lead assessor courses. Of recently, a number of Tanzanian Bureau of Standards staff, they've been using the SADC region to help other countries to do the assessment so that they can also comply to their own requirements. So the milestone of which we are receiving as TBS, it has been multiplied even to save other countries which are neighboring us through the SADC region. So this has built a strong technical capacity for ensuring product and services compliance to across the sectors of which I've mentioned, but also it gives the confidence and assurance of the service we are offering, but also of the goods which are being sent to our market. The fourth milestone is the international exposure and benchmarking. We've been hearing a number of staff, they've been trained across the world, even to Germany and other countries where they've received this training. TBS had the opportunity to benchmark at international recognized institutions, including South Africa Bureau of Standards, of which at Central Laboratory of Residue Analysis of Pesticide and Metal and Heavy Metal in Foods Laboratory in Egypt, among them. This visit has expanded our staff, practical experience, and opened doors for international collaboration. Dear guest of honor, the fifth aspect is in digital transformation. The Qualitan project has supported the development and implementation of digital tools such as laboratory information management system, of which it will help our analysts to reduce their desk work, so that by using these links, it will reduce the time of offering the test results of which that is the end product of which they're supposed to give. But also online standards website and QR code traceability application. This is among the digital transformation of which we have been able to achieve through the UNIDO program. This innovation will improve the transparency, efficiency, and accessibility of service for both internal and external stakeholders. The sixth milestone of which we've been able to realize in this program is the support for Viwango Academy. The UNIDO coordinator also mentioned about it. The project has enhanced our Viwango Academy by training 41 TBS staff in training, methodology, procurement, training, equipment for the academy use, and supporting staff benchmarking in South African Bureau of Standards Training Academy. This will ensure a long-term capacity development and sustainability for training services in quality and standardization. I'm sure Madam Mwajimo from TWCC can witness and appreciate the heavy investment in which we have received, so that we can help and facilitate the MSMEs in Tanzania, so that their products can be of good quality and safety, and they can be competitive in our market. The seventh milestone in this project is the ICT and institutional strengthening, where 17 laptops we have been able to receive, 2 video conferencing units we have procured. You know, we are living in the digital world. At times we don't have to meet physically. We need the video conferencing facilities, of which we received 2. The ICT staff, we are trained in database management, ICT security, system analysis, and project management. But also 50 business plans were developed for TBS technical committees, and an assessment of good standardization practice was conducted by the ISO experts. So these are many more among which we have received. But however, as I have mentioned during the briefing meetings we had, we are building our own system so that all these systems can be integrated. I know we have Madam from the UNIDO has said there is more to come. We are really looking forward to receive more and to be engaged with you, so that all what we have can be integrated in one system, so that can be communicated directly in real time with our outside world. Dear guest of honor, these accomplishments are the results of the hard work, technical cooperation, and the spirit of partnership. They reflect our shared commitment to raising the bar in quality, ensuring that Tanzanian goods and services are safe, competitive, and globally acceptable. On behalf of the entire TBS team, I extended our deepest appreciation to the European Union for their generous support and long-term vision, UNIDO for technical experts and hands-on coordinator, the Minister of Industry and Trade for your continuous leadership and direction, the President Office Planning and Investment for their strategic oversight and facilitation throughout this project. To our staff, MSMEs, trainers, technical partners, thank you for your commitment and contribution to the successful of this project. I assure that TBS is fully committed to upholding and expanding the gains of the Qualitan project and continue serving a pillar as a pillar of quality assurance in Tanzania. We are marking today the end of this journey, but I'm hoping it's the beginning of the new journey, of which we are looking forward with more enthusiasm and optimistic that is going to be more greater than what we are witnessing today. Thank you so much, and karibuni sana TBS.
Thank you very much. Have you ever asked yourself, without TBS, how could we live? They are doing a great job, and we're going to help them. Thank you very much for the remarks, DG. First of all, allow me to appreciate the presence of some of the institutions here. Tanzania Women Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, thank you very much. And again, you also have some others from SIDO, representatives from SIDO. Yes. And then you also have others from National Quality Association of Tanzania. Thank you. And also we have others from TIDO. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Allow me now to welcome Professor Othman Chandi Aslan, Board Chairperson, who will also give us his remarks. Professor Kabisa.
Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. Vifaa Nyari, Director of Trade Development, Minister of Trade and Industry, Ambassador Kisigrew, European Union Ambassador to Tanzania, Dr. Ashura Katunzi, the Director General of Tanzania Bureau of Standards, Mr. Baraka Aligaisha, Director of Business Environment, President's Office Planning and Investment, Madame Lawrence Amasit, UNIDO, Resident Coordinator, TBS Management Staff, European Union delegations, delegates who are here, UNIDO officials who are here, invited guests, the media house representatives, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is indeed a great pleasure and an honor for me to speak before you, honorables, to speak before you, thanking you for the great honor that you have given us by giving us equipment. This equipment is enhancing our journey towards quality. We are indeed a quality institution, and so this equipment and all of the things that Qualitan has done for us, it is enhancing our quality journey for the infrastructure of Tanzania. Dear guest of honor, as chairman of the board of directors of Tanzania Bureau of Standards, I have had the privilege of witnessing the growth and transformation of this institution over the years. And today's event is not just a celebration of equipment, it is a demonstration of trust, partnership, and shared vision between EU, UNIDO, and Tanzania. Thank you very much. Honorable guests of honor, the modern equipment we are unveiling today represents much more than technology. It signifies confidence in Tanzania's future, a future where standards and quality are no longer optional but fundamental to economic growth, consumer protection, and industrial competitiveness. Guest of honor, the equipment not only gives TBS the state-of-the-art capability to analyze samples and so on, it is an important milestone that gives TBS this parameter of better turnaround time for our samples. You know, the service of testing and services is always looked upon by how the sample comes and when the answer is coming back. If it takes 3 days for an answer, you know, there's a lot of complaints everywhere. But now we are better. Yeah. We can do these things in very short time. Okay. So we are very thankful about so on behalf of the TBS Board of Directors, I wish to express our deepest appreciation to the European Union for the general support through the BEGIN program, and to UNIDO for technical leadership and close collaboration with our team throughout the Qualitan project. Honorable guests of honor, we also extend our sincere thanks to the President's Office, Planning and Investment, for strategic oversight over our strategies, and of course to the Ministry of Industry and Trade for policy guidance and continuous support to the Bureau. To the management and the staff of TBS, led by Dr. Ashura Katunzi, I should say well done in making this project a success. Dear guest of honor, let me say the capabilities introduced by this equipment is the most wonderful. Okay? I've been in this business for the last 50 years. I'm an analyst by nature. I'm an instrumental fellow by nature. Okay, I've studied instruments and so on and so on. I think to see ICPOES and other instruments there, it was really a wonderful vision for me. So thank you all very much. In conclusion, I think, let me once again, on behalf of the Board of Directors, thank all stakeholders and partners, in making this project a success. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, piga makofi tena. Thank you very much, Board Chairman of TBS, Professor Othman, for your speech. Now, dear guests of honor, we may have a lot of ideas, but if we don't have much of the economic, the economic support. So for now, I have all the honor to humbly welcome the European Union Ambassador to Tanzania, who have actually worked to fund this project, Qualitan. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Excellency Ambassador Christian Brown. And then she will welcome the guest of honor to speak to us. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I felt like I have dollar signs in my eyes, so it's okay. No, when first of all, I killed ITV. Let me first start also with my greetings with the guest of honor, of course, Director Silvio Liari, Director of Trade and Development Minister of Industry and Trade. And I've also been very pleased to meet the chairperson today, Mr. Ottman. It's a pleasure to meet you. And of course, very much also you, Director General. It was really interesting to meet you today. I would, of course, also like to greet the Director of Business Environment of the President's Office, Mr. Vifaa Vya Maabara. We have met before, but it's always a pleasure to see you again. And then my dear colleague, Laurence, a representative from UNIDO, and the Director. And then, of course, my colleagues and also the representatives who are here from the Bureau of Standard. This is your day, of course, today. We are just here as guests, even if we're with the euros. So let me start on my speech now. So I'm very honored really to be here today for the handover of the equipment that has been funded through EU funds indeed. And the library equipment was more or less 1.7 million euro. That's the amount that we have put at the disposal of the Tanzania Bureau of Standards, under the responsibility, of course, of the Ministry of Industry and Trade. The project that we talk about, and you see that everywhere the visibility is very high, is Qualitan. It is one of our flagship programs under our much broader program, which is called BEGIN, which is an abbreviation for Business, Environment, Growth and Innovation. For us, this event today is really of significance because it very clearly shows how our collective efforts can lead to results. And I know that it was not always easy to implement this project, but nobody gave up, and it has really had some wonderful results, as you could see before. And what is the outcome? We see very clearly that we have now support for Tanzanian small and medium-sized enterprises to meet international quality standards. So that will facilitate their access to the new markets. But the second very important impact is, of course, as well, that we protect Tanzanian citizens and consumers, because they ensure also that the quality that we see of the products that are sold here on the market are highly relevant. And I think this is important to all of the Tanzanian citizens. I would really also like to commend the very good and smooth cooperation with the government of Tanzania, especially the Ministry of Industry and Trade, and then our implementing partner, UNIDO. I know, Laurence, you just had all the list of equipment. I think you learned a lot about technical equipment as well, but it worked very well, so thank you for that. We have seen a very efficient installation of this laboratory equipment here at the center. And I must say, after the tour we have made here, I see that the equipment is in very good hands, in very experienced hands, and I'm impressed, Dr. Husha, what you have set up here, the capacities and the whole system, really. Congratulations on that. We have, since January 2022, worked here under this Qualitan project in order to strengthen the overall institutional capacity of TBS. We have also worked on marketing and outreach to the small and medium-sized enterprises, and then, of course, increased the capabilities of the laboratories. I think what we have seen now, and what has been explained to us now through the equipment, and UNIDO also, as we have said, they have trained the staff on this, but we will see that this will really improve the accuracy of the capacities of TSB to ensure indeed the safety of the products that are manufactured in Tanzania for both commercialization and consumption. But it's not only the safety. What we heard today a lot as well was the efficiency. You're much quicker on many of the tests that you're doing now, which then will, of course, increase also the speed and the number of works that you can do, and therefore the output of the whole of TBS. We handed over today, that you heard already, 38 pieces of state-of-the-art equipment. Thank you, Professor Ottman, for praising the quality of the equipment. I'm very grateful to hear that.
We're very happy also that much of this equipment was bought also in the European Union. But the equipment that we have bought today is for different laboratories, so chemistry, food chemistry, microbiology, metrology, and electrical laboratories in Dar es Salaam. So it's a broad area, and that again shows the importance for the citizens in Tanzania because it will have an impact in different product areas. As Laurence already said, I think it was very important that the staff has been trained. That's very positive, and they also seem very happy. I hope that they remain like this. So that's good if we have happy and trained staff. But I want to say that this is for us one of the core elements of our engagement in Tanzania. We want to look at it from a broad area. So we want to create the capacities in the country. We want it to be sustainable. We want processing to be done in the country and to enhance the capacities of the Tanzanian industry and economic development. That's in a nutshell the approach of the global gateway that we have in Tanzania and elsewhere in the world. And I think today is a very good example of that. So let me just conclude with one element that I wanted to say in addition. So I think with what you have seen today, you will also increase your capacities. I was very pleased to hear about the SADC region, that this will give you a regional dimension. As European Union, the region and integration of region is highly important for us. We do a lot of work inside EAC as well. But also, as I said, your capacities will increase, and therefore you will be a much stronger actor here in Tanzania, and I think this will increase your standing drastically. For the coming years, we have also talked a lot. The strengthening of the private sector remains a crucial priority of the European Union in Tanzania. Again, as I said, this is within our approach for the economic development. But it means also we want to create more jobs here, we want to foster private engagement, and also professional training. We know that there are many young people coming out of universities, from the school, and it's highly important for the economic development of Tanzania that vocational training is increasing. So for us, that will certainly remain one of our priorities. And finally, also, as we already said, we will continue to support Tanzania in the digital transformation as well. That's another focus from us for the upcoming 3 years. So enjoy the equipment and the work. Thank you so much for your attention. And I have the honor to introduce the guest of honor, Director, please.
Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Ambassador Christine Girl from the European Union, Ambassador to Tanzania. Professor Osmani C. Chandi, Chairman of Tbs Board of Directors. Dr. Ashura Katunzi, Director General of Tbs. Mr. Baraka Aligaisha, Director of Business Environment from the President Office, Planning and Investment. And Madam Lawrence, UNIDO Representative Coordinator. Thank you very much. And Director of Metrology, TBS, as represent all the management team here in this special events. TIDO representative, and TWCC representative who are present here. Thank you very much for coming. Media who are here, thank you very much also for your presence. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I start the message that the Minister wished to present to us today, let me first of all say my few words before I give you what the President planned to say to us. So, before I proceed, allow me to begin with a small but important message from the Honorable Minister, Minister of Industry and Trade. The Honorable Minister had sincerely planned to be here with us today to witness this first-hand, this important milestone of our country, industry and quality infrastructure. Unfortunately, due to the other important, equally pressing national duties that could not be postponed, the Minister has been unable to join us physically. However, and this I must emphasize because he put it clearly to me, the Honorable Minister has sent a warm greetings to all of us and heartfelt congratulations and full support to all of you who gathered here today. The Minister is with us in spirit, I can say, and has asked me to assure you that this event is very close to his heart and looks forward to continued success of Qualitan project and the Tanzania Bureau of Standards. As we have a Swahili saying, shughuli ya ujenzi wa taifa hazina mwisho. So we have to keep on continuing doing the joint that we are having. While the joint may have called him elsewhere, the spirit of his celebration and the pride is in this achievement remain shared with us all. So let's continue with the energy, smile, and excitement in this event deserves, because whether physical or spiritual, today we all stand together for the future of the quality in Tanzania. So, ladies and gentlemen, now let me give you my personal words. That is, today the sun seems to shine a little brighter over Ubungo, because we are not just attending an ordinary gathering here today. We are here to celebrate progress, partnership, and the power of precision through the handing over of modern laboratory equipment under the remarkable Qualitan project. As I stand before you, representing the Honorable Minister for Industry and Trade, I bring not just these greetings, but his excitement and heartfelt congratulations to you all for whom made this possible. This is a testimony that when the government and our development partner join hands together, great things happen in Tanzania. So thank you very much for the joint activity well done today that we are celebrating. So let's loose up and smile and get ready to witness a moment that mark another proudly step in raising the quality, safety, and the competitiveness of our nation products. Today we cheers for science, innovation, and Tanzania bright future on the quality categories. So let's now go straight to what he intended us to hear. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. It seems you are very low. Do you mean that you don't really appreciate the equipment that we have just received today? Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. So the Minister wished to say it's a great honor and a pleasure to be with you at this important ceremony marking the handover of the laboratory equipment under the Qualitan project flagship initiative of EU-funded BEGIN program implemented by UNIDO in collaboration with the Tanzania Bureau of Standards. First and foremost, I wish to thank Almighty God for granting us good health and the unit of purpose as we gather here to witness this milestone, industrial growth, consumer protection, and the economical transformation. The Qualitan project with the with the Qualitan project, with a total investment of over 7 EU millions, delivered impactful intervention that will shape the Tanzania competitiveness and productivity for many years to come. Beyond equipment and acquisition, this initiative focuses on the strengthening technical capacity, integrating the digital solution, and empowering micro and small and medium-sized enterprises, especially those owned by women, as we can see TWCC here, youth. It embodies the power of partnership for sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity to tour and inspect some of the newly acquired laboratory equipment, and I'm greatly impressed. Procured at a total of 1.7 million euros, this modern high-tech equipment is strategically aligned with Tanzania need for reliable, accredited testing and certification services. These tools will significantly test and certify services. This tool will significantly enhance TBS capacity to safeguard public health, support industrial growth, and boost our export competitiveness. This investment reflects our national commitment to build a future driven by qualities and standards. It also demonstrates how development partner support, when aligned with the national priorities, delivers a long-lasting, impactful results. The Qualitan project serves as a primary example of how international cooperation contributes to strengthening institutions, promote innovation, and empowering local enterprises. The government places a strong emphasis on the quality infrastructure as a foundation for industrialization. Under the guidance of National Development Framework, like the 5 years development plan, we continue to pursue initiatives that improve productivity, foster innovation, and expand opportunity for our people. The Qualitan projects align perfectly with these goals and display an importance of working together in pursuit of the national shared objective. Ladies and gentlemen, the newly handed over laboratory equipment will elevate the Tanzania Bureau of Standards to a higher operational level, enabling it to offer international recognized and accredited testing and certification services. This enhancement will not only protect the consumer, but also open a new opportunity for Tanzania products, products in international market, thereby contributing to our country economical growth and job creation efforts that we are experiencing. I wish to commend the European Union for its generous financial support and constant trust in Tanzania development path. To UNIDO, we extend our sincere thank you for your technical expertise, agility, and strong understanding of Tanzania's needs, which have enabled the successful implementation of this project. I also recognize the important role played by the President Office, Planning and Investment, Mr. El Gaisha, who is representing, for providing a strategic oversight and ensuring that this initiative remains in the line with our national priorities. Special appreciation goes to the management and staff of TBS under the leadership of Dr. Shura Katuns for your tirelessly commitment. The stewardship demonstrated throughout this project has delivered tangible and measurable results with the long-term benefits for our industries, consumers, and national economy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's today celebrate be inspired and maintain this momentum as we continue investing now in quality, infrastructure, capacity, and enterprise development. As we move forward, let us strive for a Tanzania where standards drive the development, excellences define our industries, and no citizens is left behind in the journey toward national prosperity. Before I conclude the remarks of the minister, let me also give you some my words, and then I conclude. As we come to the close of this wonderful occasion, allow me to say what a fantastic afternoon it has been, all of us, to experience such an event. So on behalf of the Minister, Honorable Minister of Industry and Trade, I wish to sincerely thank each and one of you who are present here, your energy and your commitment to the growth of our national quality infrastructures. The handing over of this laboratory equipment is not just the delivery of tools, rather it's a delivery of trust and bright future for Tanzania. It is a promise to our people and our market that Tanzania means quality. To our development partners, the Qualitan project team, President Office Planning and Investment, Tanzania Bureaus of Standard, and everyone who made this possible, asanteni sana. You have not only equipped a laboratory, you have equipped a nation with the new possibilities. As we think of parting ways, because I don't think we are going to part ways, but if you think of parting ways, let us carry a spirit of this event with us to our offices, to our industries, and every Tanzanian product we create, we test, and proudly put on the markets in Tanzania and outside Tanzania. And as we have a saying, ukiona vyaelea vimefanya nini? Mbona mmelala? Ukiona vyaelea vimefanya nini? Today we have witnessed not only a floating but the careful craft of a strong and quality-driven Tanzania. So, as I wish all productive afternoon, the time that has remained before we go to evening hours, a safe journey back, and may we meet again soon as possible, because when we had a briefing with the ambassador and the president of UNIDO, earlier when we met at the DG office, we had some conversation, and I'm glad that you brought about the next phase of what on digitalization, what we are doing with the government of Tanzania. So hopefully we'll meet soon for more celebration and progress and partnership. So in closing, what the minister wished to say, I wish to thank you, all of you who are present here, the partners, stakeholders. May we continue to nurturing this spirit of partnership for the benefit of our nation. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiliza. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, Mungu ibariki Afrika.
Now, before we sit down, dear guests of honor, very few of us witnessed the handing over, the actual handover of the equipment officially. And we also have others here. Now, to represent the Tanzanians, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we appreciate and have a very big clap for what we have received so far. I want to bring my coffee and put on the side. Thank you very much. And we all get seated. Thank you. you so much, dear guest of honor, for your speech, and I believe that you represent what we all have in our hearts, the appreciation of what EU has done through Qualitan project and UNIDO altogether. Thank you very much. Now we have a few pictures to take, group photos. Madam, yeah, so we will have a few pictures to take. If I call the members, you just stand behind the high table that will give us. So may we start with the delegates from European Union. That will take the first pictures, please. Will you stand up? Yes, behind it there. Behind the high table. Yeah, we also can. Should we put them together? Yeah, UNIDO, you can also come together with European Union. The first picture. The smiles will tell us everything about today. If you don't smile, then we'll question. The second one from the members of the representatives from and the officials from Ministry of Industry and Trade. Thank you. Ministry of Industry and Trade. The third pictures from representatives from the other taasisi nyingine tafadhali. TWCC, SIDO, TILDO, National Quality Association of Tanzania. And if I may have not mentioned your organization, please. You can also join us. Thank you. Tbs. When I say Tbs, what do we say?